For thousands of years, peoples of the First Nations have walked on these lands. As we gather, we acknowledge that we stand on the traditional territory of the Tla'amin Nation. May we live with peace, respect, and friendship on this land. Well, hi there, and welcome to a family fun sing-along time with Powell River United Church. Hey, it's the second week of Advent. And the second week, the theme is peace. So we're going to start with the song, Hope is a Star. We'll sing the verse for hope. That was last week's theme. And then we'll sing the second verse for peace. Okay, let's see how this one goes. Oops. Hope is a star that shines in the night, leading us on till the morning is bright. When God is a child, there's joy in our song. The last shall be first, and the weak shall be strong, and none shall be afraid. Peace is a ribbon that circles the earth, giving a promise of safety and worth. When God is a child, there's joy in our song. The last shall be first, and the weak shall be strong, and none shall be afraid. Great. Next week we'll add another verse. Okay, let's do a song that kind of tells the story about that very first Christmas when Jesus was born. It's called the first Noel. Noel is another word for Christmas. Okay, let's see. The first Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. And by the light of that same star, 3 wise men came from country far to seek a king. Was their intent, and to follow that star wherever it went. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Okay, we've got another song that talks about Jesus being born. It's called Go Tell It on the Mountain. Go tell it on the mountain. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds kept their watching o'er silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone know, when we're talking about peace, I think that these last couple of songs have talked about when the shepherds were so surprised to hear those angels telling them about Jesus being born. I think for the most part, being a shepherd would kind of be a peaceful job, wouldn't it? Walking in the fields with the sheep and watching over them and keeping quiet with them. And then they were so surprised when the angels came. I've got a story for you, and it's all done with rhyming. And it's about a very peaceful visit with a family member. It's called A Cup of Christmas Tea. A Cup of Christmas Tea. And it's written by Tom Haig. And the pictures are done by Warren Hansen. The log was in the fireplace, all spiced and set to burn. At last, the yearly Christmas race was in the clubhouse turn. The cards were in the mail, all the gifts beneath the tree, and 30 days reprieve till Visa could catch up with me. That's the way sometimes that grown-ups buy things with a Visa card. And though smug satisfaction seemed the order of the day, something still was nagging me and would not go away. A week before, I got a letter from my old great aunt. It read, "Of course I'll understand completely if you can't, but if you find you have some time, how wonderful if we could have a little chat and share a cup of Christmas tea." There's a picture of the letter. She'd had a mild stroke that year, which crippled her left side. Though housebound now, my folks had said it hadn't hurt her pride. They said she'd love to see you. What a nice thing it would be for you to go and maybe have a Christmas cup of tea. But boy, I didn't want to go. Oh, what a bitter pill to see an old relative and how far she'd gone downhill. I remembered her as vigorous, as funny and bright. I remembered Christmas Eves when she regaled us half the night. I didn't want to risk all that. I didn't want the pain. I didn't need to be depressed. I didn't need the strain. And what about my brother? Why not him? She's his aunt too. I thought I had it justified, and then, before I knew the reasons not to go I so painstakingly had built, were cracking wide and crumbling in an acid rain of guilt. No pictures on this page. I put on boots and gloves and cap, shame stinging every pore, and armed with squeegee, sand, and map, I went out my front door. There's the boots. I drove in from the suburbs to the older part of town. The pastels of the newer homes gave way to gray and brown. I had that disembodied feeling as the car pulled up and stopped beside the wooden house that held the Christmas cup. How I got up to her door, I really couldn't tell. I watched my hand rise up and press the button of a bell. I waited, aided by my nervous rocking to and fro, and just as I was thinking I should turn around to go, I heard the rattle of the china in the hutch against the wall. The triple beat of 2 feet and a crutch came down the hall. The clicking of the door latch and the sliding of the bolt, and a little swollen struggle popped it open with a jolt. She stood there pale and tiny, looking fragile as an egg. I forced myself from staring at the brace that held her leg. And though her thick bifocals seemed to crack and spread her eyes, their milky and refracted depths lit up with young surprise. Come in, she laughed the words. She took me by the hand, and all my fears dissolved away as if by her command. We went inside, and then, before I knew how to react, before my eyes and ears and nose was Christmas past, alive, intact. The porcelain nativity. Oh, sorry, I think I missed a page. There we go. The scent of candied oranges, of cinnamon and pine, the antique wooden soldiers in their military line. The porcelain nativity I'd always loved so much. The Dresden and the crystal I'd been told I mustn't touch. My spirit fairly bolted like a child out of class and danced among the ornaments of calico and glass. Like magic, I was 6 again, deep in a Christmas spell, steeped in the million memories the boy inside knew well. And here among old Christmas cards, so lovingly displayed, a special place of honor for the ones we kids had made. And there beside her rocking chair, the center of it all, my great aunt stood and said how nice it was I'd come to call. I sat and rattled on about the weather and the flu. She listened very patiently, then smiled and said, "What's new?" Thoughts and words began to flow. I started making sense. I lost the phony breeziness I used when I get tense. She was still passionately interested in everything I did. She was positive, encouraging, like when I was a kid. Simple generalities still sent her into fits. She demanded the specifics, the particulars, the bits. We talked about the limitations that she'd had to face. She spoke with utter candor and with humor and good grace, then defying the reality of crutch and straightened knee. On wings of hospitality, she flew to brew the tea. I sat alone with feelings I hadn't felt in years. I looked around at Christmas through a thick, hot blur of tears, and the candles and the holly she'd arranged on every shelf, the impossibly good cookies she still somehow baked herself. But these rich, tactile memories became quite pale and thin when measured by the Christmas my great aunt kept deep within. Her body halved and nearly spent, but my great aunt was whole. I saw a Christmas miracle, the triumph of a soul. The triple beat of 2 feet and a crutch came down the hall, the rattle of the china in the hutch against the wall. She poured 2 cups, then smiled. And then she handed one to me. And then we settled back and had a cup of Christmas tea. That's a nice story, hey? Okay, let's sing I Am the Light of the World. Jesus said, I am the light of the world. You people come and follow me. If you follow and love, you'll learn the mystery of what you were meant to do and be. When the song of the angels is still, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and the shepherds have found their way home, the work of Christmas is begun. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. You people come and follow me. If you follow and love, you'll learn the mystery of what you were meant to do and be. To find the lost and lonely one, to heal the broken soul with love, to feed the hungry children with warmth and good food, to feel the earth below, the sky above. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. You people come and follow me. If you follow and love, you'll learn the mystery of what you were meant to do and be. Well, thank you so much for singing with me. I hope that you have a peaceful week. Take good care, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.